All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another Black Desert Global Lab patch notes reading for January 2nd. Hope you guys had a wonderful new year. Hopefully, we get some good stuff in today's update. I kind of skimmed the notes, but I didn't read it fully, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Also, it's translated from Korean to English, so I'll try to make it make sense. If you just want to read it yourself, I'll leave a link in the description. And yeah, let's go over this together. SERAPH, the new class, is getting the raomb skills, or the skill enhancements, as we all call them. And basically, it says things when you're like level 57, 8, 9, or 60, something like that, and does extra skills on the side. Most of the time, they're generally just filler skills, but we shall see if they're good or not. So, I'm actually kind of surprised that they came out pretty quickly with raombs, because remember when, I think, Morning Light came out with Wusa and Megu? That was like a huge gap in between. So when the skills came out, it was just a long period of time. All right, so admittedly, I don't know what half of these do, but they look cool. We'll probably take a look at it and maybe update the PvE rotation when this happens next week, assuming it does. And yeah, like, as far as I understand, they're just filler skills, and we'll see if they're good. Okay, so added 5, 10, 20 damage reduction effect when using skills. That's pretty good. So my experience with Savior so far, it's a fun class. I really enjoy it, but it does not feel like a defensive class whatsoever. Kind of like, you know how if you played Valkyrie or Warrior, kind of more or less similar. Those kind of feel tanky. SERAPH, on the other hand, does not feel tanky. And so it's cool though, but that's about it. Improved to smoothly link the skills while firing forward, left and right. Yeah, that's a nice quality of life. And skills on the dark side. So I always just call them light and dark. It just makes things easier. Cancel activation, increased activation speed when chaining has been removed. Now it always activates on the same speed. Cool. Damage reduction increased, removed. So basically, less defensive, easier to chain and use the ability. So overall, better. Added an effect that increases damage reduction when using skills. Oh. Change from forward guard to super armor when using the skills. That's always a good thing. And change that this skill can be used alone. So right now, I feel like the light version is so much better than dark. I think the dark one just needs significant buffs and just maybe lasts longer than the light one, but who knows? So this is a good start, I think. And these are just nice changes overall. All right, so notice of changes to some content schedules. While prepping the Ovia Academy and Red Battlefield improvements originally set to launch in Korea on January 7th, we found some areas that need further refinement. The Ovia Academy is postponed to January 21st. Wow, another delay in Black Desert. Raise your hand if you're surprised. All right, we move on. Another thing, guild leader improvements. All right, let's see. This is literally not going to affect 99% of us, but let's see it. Guild leader. Wait, guild boss? It's two different things? Okay, never mind. Guild bosses affects everyone. They are removing Ancient Pruderum and Muramok often for new bosses, Mogulus and Org. This, believe it or not, this boss used to be a Rift boss, and they removed it because, like, in Medaya, it was, like, causing weird FPS lag and everything, so they just kind of removed the boss a couple years ago. You guys can find it on my channel, but, like, newer players won't know that. And then Org is, I believe this is the boss that spawns in Orc Camp, like that one, but in boss form now. To make it easier for guild members to travel together to new boss areas, we added them near the previous boss locations. That's good. In my guild, they used to do it, so there's 3 bosses. There's Ancient Pruderum, there's Farid, and Mudster. they used to do it on from Mudster first all the way to Pruderum, but then once you're done, you would be stuck in the middle of nowhere, and then we did it the reverse order. But now that they're going to be more or less grouped up together, I think that's a very good change, and not in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, actually good. So guild loot will be significantly improved. They've adjusted how merking. So basically, I don't think you can merc into guild bosses anymore, but they're buffing guild boss rewards. I think that's fine. It's like, ultimately, it's whatever. If you want to join a guild that actually does something, that's good. If you're in a dead guild that the only time you can do stuff is merc, it is what it is. And so, like, merking is basically for PvP only now, or going forward. All guild leader content has been changed to take place in guild-only subjugation areas. Kind of like, well, you know, con, but you have to go into the area, but now it's for guild members only, which, as expected. Battlefield heroes cannot move to guild-only subjugation areas. Yeah. I hope this boss does not, like, tank the server stability again in 2026. So only a few people, like, OGs will know it, but let's see. Farid, leader of the giant mud monsters. Isn't that Mudster? No, Farid is like the fire thing. Mudster, giant Mudster is the other one. Reduced HP. Okay, so just reduced HP compared to before. That's fine. Well, let's see the rewards. That's what matters. What is this one? Oh, con? I was thinking like cans. I was like, what is that? Con, okay. The thing that matters, condensed magic power, the thing you need to make the con's heart, you do it 3 times, or you get the straight up drop. It's always good. Farid, Mudster. I'm trying to figure out what's different. Oh, so fail stacks are increasing. Shining light stones. Instead of 1, you get 2 of them and more gold bars. Well, I mean, every week you do them, it's like, it was like a bill for a 15-minute activity, which is always good. And now it's like 1.2. So, I mean, better, yes. Is it that much better? Whatever. Family reputation. You know how, like, every day you log in, you get silver just on, like, family points and stuff? Yeah, that number is increasing to up to, like, 100 mil or something. As far as I understand, that's what they talked about in the Calpheon Ball. And basically, people just make more silver every day. That's a good thing. Okay, hold on. Let me see this one. So this is before max. You could. As of right now, I'm making like 17.9. So over 19.5k, you're making 9,700 or 97 mil, and that's from Battle Fame. This one's Life Fame, 46, and then Special Fame. So in maximum, you could be making like 150 mil every day. Well, let me see actually. Like, what am I at? Family Fame. I have 16,000 with 12,000 combat, 2,000 life, and then 1,200 special for 16,000 total. Let's see. Okay. Oh, so this is the combined. I would be, yeah, probably within these two brackets. Like, here's the thing, it's so easy to boost this up. All I have to do is make more characters and get them to 61. That is the primary way of getting it. Life is just do more life skills, get more. This one's slightly less relevant. Combat is probably more. And then special, I'm like somewhere around, I would say I'm a little bit past the middle. And then, so roughly around here. So around 85 millish a day. That's not bad. I mean, that's more than before. So, like, I just have to work a little bit harder to get max money, but at the end of the day, it's really not that hard. Primordial Blackstone stacking. Oh, yeah, they talked about this in the Calpheon Ball. You could use these things to make 200 stacks. I think that's good. I mean, what else are people going to do with the literal hundreds, if not thousands, they already have from doing the bosses weekly? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Use them all on Pity again. Holy, I'm never going to forget how Pity Nav. That didn't feel good. All right, so what is next? The health and attack power of monsters that appearing in Calamity 8, 9, 10 have been changed. Gumiho. Reduce life 10%. Reduce attack power compared to before. I think Gumiho is actually the hardest one, believe it or not. It has a lot of mechanics and very, like, mechanically tough. So the fact that they're tuning this down is fine. What I really think they should do is up the rewards to, match it with Bamboo and Apex. Mountain range. I assume this one is Apex Changui because that's the only one where you're fighting on a mountain. That, like, makes sense to me. So reduce life by 15% and attack power compared to before. I personally thought, assuming this is Apex, this one's not that bad. Like, I found it easier than, Bamboo, to be honest. So I do think it was a little bit tanky, but at the same time, I thought it was just because the AP scaling was higher than before. Gumiho is definitely the one that I would nerf if I were to do any. And then Bamboo, Sangoon, I think, and Golden Pig, attack power reduced by 5%. It's probably fine. Yeah, that's probably fine. I think just reward should be going up and then keeping it the same. Krogdalo Sanctuary. So you can now put 5 horses in instead of current 3. That's a good change. Actually good. You should have all 3 of your horses plus the Krogdalo from getting the 4th one, and then Voltarian for the 5th one whenever people get that around this year. Oh boy, are they changing fishing? Improved that you can now release fish below a selected grade even during manual fishing. W change. That's good. Fixes and changes. All right, let's see this one. Mystic. Fix an issue where standby motion is not activated when wearing a certain armor. Oh. I know a few Mystic mains. Seraph. Cannot heat up a costume to turn it into something. Okay, that's pretty good. Fixed an issue where heating specific Pearl Life costumes would result in obtaining Ancient Spirit Crystal. That was different from the item description. Actual big change. Actually important. The issue where the description of the preceding request was incorrected. I have no idea what that is. Not gonna lie. Weekly quest. So I think these are side quests. The awkward names of some NPCs in the village have been changed. Dude, this is like an ongoing issue. Every time they have a new expansion, it's like translation error is kind of weird. And that's about it. Does it affect anyone? Nope. Is it just kind of weird? Yep. Collectibles, whatever. The text displayed when extracting an alchemy stone has been changed to the correct content. That seems kind of important, actually. Description of purchasable items in the New Moon camp have been changed to the correct content. Actually important because last week we had a very good buff. They combined all the like villa and church buffs into one, which is good because you can actually see your buff bar now. And now, like when you buy the scrolls, like I assumed the scrolls are more for people who don't have to full permanent pay to win tent. And so people just like stocking up like thousands of them, so you just don't need it. Okay, well, that's about it. So big changes, highlights, SERAPH getting rebombs, shrine bosses easier, guild bosses are changing for better or worse. The life family fame, everyone's just literally going to be making like 5 times more money every day just by logging in. I think that's a good change. And that's about it. So with that said, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Before I head out, I just wanted to plug the code again. If you are buying any coin or A-coins, pearls, or a game package purchases, just use my code. I got a small portion of that, and it's always appreciated. And I'm out for today. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.